Let's see who comes in to join me with a puzzle this morning. I don't know how this is going to work because I'm meant to be reading comments and doing the puzzle at the same time, so that might prove difficult. I'm going to give it a go because I'm going to try and do more lives on my days off. Especially now, oh, that's the wrong bit. Edges over there, middle bits in there. Oh, 2 people have popped in. Let's get us on live chat. Hello, Bunny. Not at college this morning. So yeah, I'm going to try and do a puzzle and keep up with the chat at the same time. I've got no agenda for the conversation. We can, see where it takes us. I had a little bit of puzzle envy last night watching Imo's vlog because I haven't done a puzzle in ages. So I'm doing one that Thomas bought me for my birthday. And it looks like it's irregular pieces, which can sometimes be trickier than normal puzzles. It's 1,000 piece. And it has letters on the back. So I'm assuming these are in zones. So if you get a bit lost and you think, I don't know where this bit goes, you could have an idea of it. Although I don't see anywhere on the box where it tells you where the zones go. But maybe it's A, B, C, D. Maybe it's like that. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, there's letters on the back. Who have we got? Lindsay, how are you feeling, my lovely? Hope you're not too poorly. Oh, you only go on Thursdays. Oh, I thought you went every day. Great to catch you for a few minutes, just out for lunch in a minute, though. Yeah, it is getting to that time, isn't it? Oh, no. I thought it was 11:30. It's 10:30. Oh, I've got an itchy nose. Right. Yes, so you lot can help me by just being in the room with me in a virtual manner while I do my puzzle. I'm currently just organising the pieces into corners, which are going to go over here, and non-corners, which are going in here. Not corners, not edges. This is the puzzle I'm doing. 1,000 piece. And all my edge pieces are going over here. Let's move this down a little bit. Not that you can actually either look at me or look at the puzzle. I kind of feel like you should be looking at me because I'm talking to you. Although I'm not really looking at you very much, am I? Because I'm looking at the puzzle pieces. But I can show you the puzzle when there's more to see. It's quite therapeutic sorting. Doesn't matter how careful I am, I always end up with some edge pieces sneaking into the non-edge pile. Always. I don't think I've ever completed a puzzle where that hasn't happened. I'm probably a bit too slapdash, which is why I get through my puzzles so quickly, because I do everything at supersonic speed. Six people. Oh my goodness. Hello, 6 people. Who do we have? Little Bunny. We've been chatting to you. Olivia, good morning. Thank you. It is a nice puzzle, isn't it? Last night, little sleep, but no coughing. Well, that's a start. Well, I suppose there's got to be some upsides, hasn't there, Lindsay, of being COVID-ridden? You can read because you can't go anywhere. You've got to find the bright side of these situations. If you're well enough to be able to read, then make the most of it and do things you can do. I think. Aviation, hello, good morning to you. Oh, you're very kind. I'm covered in spots at the moment. I don't know what's going wrong with me, look. But thank you, it's very kind. Okay. So, what shall we chitter-chatter about? Anything exciting going on in the world? We could go down the road of having a good old whinge about the state of things, but I think we should try and keep it positive. Maybe try and keep things on the up. I like to have a nice positive stream. especially when there are so many things in the world that people are struggling with. It's probably good to have some fun stuff to discuss. Oh, now I found out something that I didn't know existed. Not that I'm a big Disney fan, but Donnie he's got a big channel name and I can't remember it. He's the guy who helped me fit the roof vent in Spog. I say helped, he pretty much did it. And I, passed him tools, did as I was told. Anyway, on his vlog the other day, because he lives near the Thames, he showed a video of a Disney cruise ship. I didn't know there was such a thing. I mean, like I said, I'm not big on Disney, but not to the point where I would, go to Disney. But a Disney cruise ship that would just cruise around, and I guess they've got all the characters on the ship, and it's all Disney-fied. That sounds fun. I'm not anti-Disney at all. I love Pooh Bear. There's certain characters I love. I'm just not such a big fan that I would spend stupid amounts of money to go to Disney. What do we think about that? Did anyone else know about that? Good luck with the exam, little bunny. Mary, good morning. Got in from having my hair cut. Oh, lovely. I'm sure it looks beautiful. He's playing up. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, you've been doing your diamond dots. Yeah, give a puzzle a go. I love puzzles. Positive only. It's not raining and I'm off to the beach for lunch. Well, now I'm just jealous. Doing dog sitting for your daughter and fiance. Lovely. I like it when I dog sit. I get the joy of having a dog without all the responsibility. Oh, he's going to propose to her. Excited. Let's hope she doesn't watch my vlogs, eh? I'm sure she doesn't. Popular in the States. What's that? The diamond dots. I've seen a few people do diamond dots. Or do you mean the cruise ship? Not sure what we're talking about. Who's your favourite Disney character? I mean, even if you're not into Disney, there's bound to be a character who's your favourite. If you had to pick one. I would have said Pooh Bear, but I liked Pooh Bear before he was Disney, so I'm not sure that really counts. And I actually prefer the old Pooh Bear, not the Disney-fied Pooh Bear, so maybe it doesn't count at all. Oh, got excited. I thought it was a corner piece. And one corner piece missing. It'll turn up. So, as for real Disney created characters, who do I think I would like? I mean, in fairness, I guess there's very few characters that are Disney created because they've taken old stories and Disneyfied them. So, I suppose you could say that about any character, really. They're all old tales, aren't they, that have been around well before Disney. Not sure who I would say my favourite is. I do enjoy Beauty and the Beast, but again, that was not really Disney, was it? Although maybe it's the Disney version I like, because I had other Beauty and the Beast stories and I wasn't into the story as much from my storybooks growing up. It is really the Disney one that I like the most out of Beauty and the Beast. I always found the Beast quite scary, but in Beauty and the Beast they've made him have the right amount of scariness, but for you to see there's a softer character underneath. They've done that quite well. I was quite impressed with the way they've done that. Oh, that's not a one of those pieces. Why did I put that on my corners? My corner's still not turned up. Where's my corner? 7 people. Oh, the cruise ship, yeah. So the cruise ships are popular, are they, in America? I'm sure we have all sorts of themed cruise ships. I've just never thought about a themed cruise ship. Goofy. Okay, yeah, he's cute. I like Mickey, but I'm not really into Mickey. I mean, you know, I have a soft toy Mickey up in the loft from my childhood. Yours is Rapunzel from Tangled. Yeah, you see, again, not an original Disney character, but has been Disneyfied. But I do love Tangled. That movie, if I was going for a movie, it'd either be Beauty and the Beast or Tangled as my favourite Disney movie. Oh, she knows of my vlogs, but she doesn't watch them. I hope she's not watching this live stream then. Discovery World, hello. Welcome to the live stream. I am doing a puzzle. For those of you that have just joined, I am doing this puzzle. There we go. So that's why I keep looking down, because I'm currently sorting my pieces into corner pieces, straight pieces, and inside pieces. Because it makes the whole puzzle doing much easier if you do the outside first. Which I'm sure you all know, but, you know, not everyone does puzzles. I can't imagine that anybody out there has never done a puzzle in their life, not even as a child. Because I think, well, I don't know, maybe not now, because there's so many more gadgets around. But growing up, puzzles was certainly something I did a lot of. They were kind of like just one of the toys we had. Do you know what? I think back to my playroom growing up. We had quite a big house. There were 7 of us. There was 4 children, although we moved when Georgia, my youngest sister, was quite young. But there was my parents, my nan, and my uncle at one point, and us kids, all living in this house. And it was a really old house that my parents and family did up. But eventually we had to sell it because my middle sister had pneumonia a lot. She was poorly when she was born. And the damp and what have you of an old building just wasn't helping. So we ended up moving when I was about 11 or 12. But I loved that house, absolutely loved it. But we had a playroom and it was a really nice big room. But I remember the shelving units, the back of the shelving unit in the corner was falling apart. The back, you know, when the nails that hold the panel board on the back start to come away, that was happening. And I remember losing puzzles and things down the back of this unit, and it was such a tall unit and you couldn't get behind it. But I would love to get my hands on that playroom now, like as an adult, and clear it up, because I remember my parents saying, you know, that playroom is a tip, go and tidy it up. I clearly didn't have the love for tidying that I have now, because, oh my goodness, to get my hands on that room as I remember it and make it nice again and tidy it up and put all the puzzle pieces back in the right boxes. Oh, sounds like heaven. I'd be in my element. But yes, I'm sure I lost a lot of puzzles down the back of that unit. Sleeping Beauty was your favourite? Yeah, Sleeping Beauty is a nice story. Yeah, but I loved Tangled. Jimmer, hello. We're just talking about puzzles and who your favourite Disney character is. You love the Ladybird books. Yeah, I love the Ladybird books as well. In fact, I did learn to read, I mean, on the Peter and Jane books, for those of you that are old enough to remember. The very inappropriate now Peter and Jane books. Everyone got their drink, by the way? Cheers. Nice cup of tea for me. But yeah, the traditional stories that were in those books. So I remember things like Jack and the Beanstalk, Little Red Hen, Goldilocks. I had loads of them. I did go through a stage of collecting them at car boot sales, but I'd just be collecting them as a thing to collect now, because my boys are far too old to be reading them, and I don't need that many books for the kids I look after. I go more for books that are going to get read over and over again and serve a purpose for a learning tool, as opposed to just a lot of books, if you see what I mean? Because they're my work tools now rather than things we have. You need to get something to eat soon. Well, I have brought this down as a little mid-morning treat to go with my cup of tea. I saw them in B&M the other day. It is a Bliss Whip Bar, white chocolate and lemon. 99 calories. So I'm trying to ditch some of this weight I've put on this year. Because it's getting ridiculous. It's only going up. And that's the wrong way. David, hello. The one who is enjoying negativity. You just keep it that way. The Minnie Mouse Clubhouse. See, we didn't really. Oh, see, you grew up with Sky, didn't you, little bunny? So yeah, Minnie Mouse Clubhouse. That wasn't something that was around in my childhood. Daisy and Daffy Duck. Goodness, yeah, I never think of Daisy Duck anymore, or Daffy Duck really. Daisy and Daffy Duck. No, hold on a minute. Daisy and Daffy Duck. They're Warner Brothers. They're not Disney. No. Daisy and Donald, maybe? Donald Duck. Are you thinking of Donald? Daffy Duck's Warner Brothers, I think. Cinderella. Yeah, I love that story of Cinderella. Still do love the story of Cinderella. No, that's not my new fridge freezer. That's the old fridge freezer. In a minute, I'm sure you'll hear it get noisy. It's been very vocal this morning. I'm sure you'll hear it. The fridge I have... So the new fridge freezer wasn't available until the 1st. So it came into stock today. It is the 1st today, isn't it? Okay. Pinch and a punch, 1st of the month, no return. There you go. So yeah, there was one order before me, and then my order was the second order that they were waiting on. But they did say, when I looked at the computer screen that the guy was dealing with, that there was 30 coming in stock. So they sent me a message this morning saying they would be in contact in the next day or so to discuss the delivery. So I'm sure it's going to come next week. I'm doing a pretty good job of getting through all the stuff in the fridge freezer. I opened a bag of cabbage yesterday, red cabbage, because I thought it was red onion, and I started to put it in my spaghetti bolognese, and then went, oh, hold on, that doesn't look right. So I just cut it up smaller and incorporated it anyway, because it needs using. Because whatever doesn't get used, there's some things in there, in fairness, that have been in there so long, I will just bin them because they're no good. You had a Minnie and Mickey shirt, but you're upset about it because your little cousin had one too, and you didn't want to match her. Me and my sisters actually had some matching outfits. Do I like it? What are we discussing? This, or see, this is what happens. Do I like it? What were you referring to, Olivia? Daisy and Daffy Duck. Oh, have I got to that bit? You're in England. Apparently apple juice and Asda brandy is good for your immune system. Good to know. I think anything fruity is pretty good, as long as it's proper fruit. Oh, thank you, Gemma, for sharing. That's very, very kind of you. No drink over here. Oh, you've not gone down yet. Yeah, I was having a really lazy morning. Lots of apples. Definitely get your apples. Lots of vitamin C. Lindsay's gone to put the kettle on. Could you do me a top up, please, Lindsay? I'm not really keen on green apples, I have to say. I did get green apples this week from the village shop because I'm not doing a food shop, but we had run out of fruit. So I grabbed some bananas and the only apples they had were green. But they've been eaten. And I never buy green apples because I don't like them. But to be honest, I'm not the one that eats the apples as much. It's the boys that eat the apples. Far more than I do. So maybe I'll start getting green apples because, like I said, the apples came and have gone in a matter of days. And I've still got a red apple sitting there. So I'm thinking maybe they prefer the green ones. I always found the skin a bit tough. Daisy and Donald Duck at Disney. Yes, Daffy is Warner Brothers. That's what I was thinking. Used to make your little cousin be Cinderella and you'd be the wicked stepmother. Oh, Donald, you were talking about Donald. So we had, I grew up with DuckTales. Donald Duck was in DuckTales. And he had Huey, Dewey and Louie, his little nephews. Except he was very grumpy in DuckTales. Oh, your sister's 15 years older than you. So you used your cousins to play the parts. Well, I'm nearly finished my pile. Let me just show you. There you are. The pile is getting smaller. Slowly. And I can start on the edge pieces and start making my outside borders. So I'm going to mention this because it's something that I'm enjoying watching and others might enjoy, especially if you like sort of strangely satisfying videos. I won't go so far as saying ASMR because it's not ASMR, but it's got that strangely satisfying element to it, and I just find myself a bit transfixed by watching them. And I mention it on my vlog later on today when that goes up. But there's a channel called Nate the Hoof Guy, and he's got loads of subscribers, but his channel is not, you know, it's not got sponsors and ads all the way through. You know, it's very one man and his camera. And he helps cattle in America that have got issues with their hoofs. And it's mainly, he brings the hoof up onto his special machine, straps it in, and then he cuts bits away because if they've got abscesses or if they've got a nail in the hoof or curled up hoof, whatever the problem is, he helps them. And yeah, it is just really addictive. I don't know why it's so addictive. But if you like those sorts of videos that kind of are mesmerizing, and he does the same thing, you know, it's not like, I mean, each hoof is different. Some of the problems are the same, you know, if they've got an abscess and what have you. But he kind of uses the same tools to get to the problem and talks to you a little bit. I don't always even watch it with the sound on, but if you have got the sound on, he talks to you about whatever the abscess is or why he's doing what he's doing, and he helps the cows. And they always look much happier afterwards. You know, they come in a bit lame and holding one foot up, and then they go out walking fine. And I always worry that, like, does he give them, he doesn't say whether he gives them any sedative or pain relief beforehand. And, you know, he's gouging into the sore bit. I mean, I guess the hoof itself there's no nerve endings. But as you go deeper in, I guess there are nerve endings. And it's obviously sore, otherwise they wouldn't be holding it up or limping. Yeah, I find it really interesting. Okay, so as predicted, because I'm doing half a job bob, I've only got 3 corners, and 3 corners does not a square make, or even a rectangle. So somewhere I have got a corner missing. In fact, I don't even feel like I've got an awful lot of edge pieces either. Let's open my treat. DuckTales. Yeah, DuckTales. Chip and Dale. Yeah, Chip and Dale. Is this to fix the water pump, David, on Desmond? See, now I was the oldest out of the girls. You know, we had an older brother, but he was 6 years older than me, so significantly older than the others. And I would say, Bunny, that actually my middle sister was the boss. She certainly told me what she thought. Right. 3 corners makes a triangle. That is true. The puzzle, however, is rectangular in nature. So I suspect a triangle is not the shape I'm going for. It'll turn up. It's a brand new puzzle. It's in here somewhere. I've just been a bit lackadaisy on the whole organising of my pieces because I've been chitter-chattering and not paying full attention. This is really nice. I can highly recommend this whip bar. It's white chocolate and lemon. Only 99 calories. Right. Where do I start? The official first piece, this piece here, is a little bit of starfish, and I know that it goes right here. There's another bit of starfish. Okay. That goes next to it. I've officially put 2 pieces together. Look at me. I'm on a roll. I'm not sure how easy this is working out, you know, the whole me puzzling and talking to you. Oh look, see now I'm cheating because I've got 2 pieces that weren't peeled apart properly. But I'm going to keep them that way. I'm not going to take them apart. Where do they go? Over there? Yes, over there. Now I've spread all my pieces out. That's an edge piece. That's a sky, bit of sky, bit of sky, bit of sea, bit of sea, bit of sea, bit of seagull, bit of sky, bit of sky, bit of sky, another bit of sky, more sky, an awful lot of bits of sky, more seagulls, clouds, corner piece, there we go. See, I knew it'd be there somewhere. Now that goes up there somewhere. That's that corner piece and that's that corner piece. So that helps me determine where things go. So if I put all the sky bits up there, they're roughly in the right place then, aren't they? Yes, Pip, they are. That looks like a bit of wave, maybe? Oh yeah, that goes over this side. Okay, all the blue stuff up the top. Any more for any more. Blue stuff up the top. Cloudy bits definitely go up the top because you're definitely bits of sky and not bits of sea. Okay, would you two stop cuddling? Thank you. You do not go together. Sky, sky, sky. I'll come back to the chat in a sec. There's an awful lot of sky that needs dealing with. Okie dokie. Oh, 2 more bits, 3 more bits of sky. Okay, that sorted things out a little bit. Let's come back to the chat. Your Wi-Fi is playing up. Oh, that's a shame. But thank you for joining us. Yes, I'll show you the progress on the vlog later of my puzzle. Who else have we got here? Yes, cereal bars are nice, but again, I'm trying to be better with the gluten thing because that's another reason I've been putting on the weight, is because I've been eating the gluten that I shouldn't be eating, and these are gluten free. So, yeah, that's another pro for them. Pro, you know, positive for them. Been having a lot of problems. Is that with the Wi-Fi? Yes, most frustrating. We've become very reliant on Wi-Fi, haven't we? Okay, right. I feel like I can see my pieces now and start putting bits together. And we'll see how I do. So we've discussed Disney, and we've discussed eating apples to be healthy. What else shall we discuss, my three little people in here keeping me company this morning? Oh, another bit of sky. Goodness, it gets everywhere. It's not the most riveting of live streams, I'm sorry. I won't be on for terribly long, but I did think it would be nice to just come and say hello to everybody. It's always nice to dip in, see what everyone's up to, because I do get to chat to people on here that I don't get to chat to on my comment section, because unless people comment, then I obviously can't contact the viewers. So by commenting, I get to actually interact with you, which I enjoy. That's one of my favourite bits of YouTube, is the interacting with people and getting to know them. So you're not just a name on the screen, because there are some people who are just a name because I've never got to chat to them. It's still nice to have them there, obviously, because they're a viewer and it's nice to have them there, but I do like to actually get to know the people who watch and get a feel for their personality and know a bit about their lives. I've made some really good friends on YouTube. I'm not big on sharing my whole life. That sounds silly, isn't it? I do a vlog. Like, sharing my whole life, so I don't add people to my personal Facebook page and that kind of thing, unless I've really got to know them as a friend rather than an acquaintance online, if that makes sense. Harrison is super sweet, isn't he? Hello, Jimmy. Thank you, that's very, very kind of you. That's a lovely thing to say. Yes, Harrison is very cute, isn't he? He's got such a character as well. He keeps me on my toes. Right, where does this bit go? Up there. I'll show you in a minute how I'm doing, because I'm putting some bits together and the edge pieces seem to be coming together now. I've been having some very weird dreams of late. It's not very often I dream about my exes. This is, you see, now you wait, this will be the bit where Lee suddenly comes on and goes, hi. Don't often dream about my exes. And, you know, my exes are exes for a reason. And if any of my exes are watching, which I highly doubt, you know, I'm sure they would agree. There's reasons that we broke up. It wasn't working. Exes are exes for a reason. I don't hate any of my exes. Maybe that's because we got out of our situation before we reached a point of hating each other. I don't know. But does that go there? Oh, yes, it does. I do occasionally dream about my exes. And it's almost like, you know, we're back together again. And there are certain exes, and I'm not going to go into details about which ones, but there are certain exes that I'm always going, why did I get back with you? Why did I get back with you? But there's always one ex who is probably the one I'm still the most friendly with. And when I have a dream about him, I'm like, you know, he's grown up and I've grown up, and actually we're different people than we were back then. So it might not be such a bad thing that we had decided to get back together, kind of thing, which is, you know, crazy. But it does make me laugh, though, that, you know, I'm, you know, quite happily with Lee. I'm not saying it's anything else, but it's just funny that occasionally these people come back into your mind, even if you don't have anything to do with them anymore. I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's subconsciously because they were a big part of your life at some point. So your brain goes back to it occasionally and revisits things. Because I think things that were really important to me that had some big emotional aspect in my life at some point are the things I dream about. So things like that old house that I grew up in, I often dream about that. And often it's changed. It's not the house it was. And I guess part of that is because I know that it was sold to a builder, and the builder dramatically changed the land it was on and the house. So I know it's not the house that I grew up in anymore. And part of me, when I go back, when I dream about going back there, either visiting it or living in it, I want to put it back how it was, but I also appreciate the fact that it's been modernised. And it feels like my old home, but it doesn't feel like my home because it's changed so much. It's weird. And I wonder if it's just those really emotional moments in your life that had a big emotional connection for you, if that's why those things still revisit you in your dreams later on in life. Does that make sense, or am I just waffling nonsense? I don't know if that makes sense. You know, and that is why occasionally I have these random dreams about exes and that we're back together again. But it is funny that some of them I'm like, well, most of them I'm like, there's a reason we were exes. And then there's other times, you know, other ones where I'm like, yeah, you know, we've grown up now. We're different people than we were. Let's check in on the chat. It's been a while. Lindsay's back. Your tea is on the side. Thank you. Oh, you're dressed too. Well done, you. Yeah, come on, start your day. Hard because some don't realise YouTube writers are showing small parts of one's life. People think they... Yes. Time changes people and perspectives. No, you're right, actually. And that is an interesting thing that you say, Olivia. Most of my viewers are not... most of my viewers, I would say 99.9% of my viewers, are very respectful of the fact that although I put a lot of my life out there, I still have privacy, I still have a private life, and there are a lot of things that I don't share. And the reason my boys are not on the vlogs as much is because they've got older, and if I point a camera in their direction and they go like this, then I take it they don't want to be filmed, and that's absolutely their right. This is their home, and just because my hobby is sharing life, oh, that goes down here, is sharing life, you know, my life and my daily doings with the world, doesn't mean that my boys want that all the time either. And so if I point the camera at them and it's clear they don't want to be filmed, then I won't force it, because you have to have respect for them as well. So most of my viewers, I was saying, wasn't I? Most of my viewers get that and respect that. But occasionally you get somebody, excuse me sniffing, got a little bit of a snuffle. Occasionally you get viewers, thankfully not very often at all, who feel they know you because they watch you every day. And I get that, because there are some people that I view every day and I feel like I know them because I watch them. But in reality, they don't know who I am, you know. They may have replied to my comments a handful of times, so they don't actually know who I am at all. Ooh, that goes down there. So I feel like I know them, but I know actually they don't know me at all. Probably have no idea who I am. So yeah, sometimes I get people that... I've had a couple of situations where people have tracked me down on Facebook, and I've had one person who's persistently tried to ring me on a voice, like a, what is it, FaceTime, and I've had to block their number because I don't accept people that I don't know, like I said, to my private Facebook group. The fridge is talking. Yeah, I don't add people to my private Facebook group. Not group. Page, my personal page. But, and I don't mind getting private messages occasionally and replying to them. But I'm not about to start having phone conversations with people I don't know, just randomly, because when I'm not filming something, I'm living my life with my family and yeah, if you see what I mean. So I've had a few situations like that where I've had to go, no, it's stepping a boundary, I think, isn't it? By all means, message me, and you never know. There are times when you get to know people and you become friends over time because you have similarities, or you meet up in your vans, or you get chatting and you become friends with people online, and that does happen a lot. But pushy people, I've learnt, are usually after more than I'm prepared to give, if that makes sense. And in some ways, and I'm going to be stepping on dodgy ground here, there's usually an element of maybe some, how am I going to put this? I'm going to try and be tactful. Maybe somebody who's not as socially aware, maybe has some sort of learning difficulties or what have you, and so is not as aware of the boundaries, and you can open the door. I've seen other YouTubers do it, where they've opened the door to people, and then you have got yourself in a bit of a tricky situation with maybe a vulnerable person or somebody who starts to rely on you or ask more of you than they should. And then you've got yourself in this tricky situation where you don't want to hurt them and you don't want to be cruel, but you have to regain your life back and your privacy and your boundaries. So I'm very aware of warning signs in my head and going, no, no. Let's go back to the chat. Oh, hello, Kenzie Bear. Are you still here? I was just having a waffle. Hello, mother dearest. I love you. Are you at school in a break time? I'm hoping you're at school, because if not, then you're a very naughty boy. I was just saying, you probably heard that you're not on the vlog so much anymore. Yes, I was just saying that you're not on the vlog as much anymore because I'm respecting the fact that sometimes I'll put the camera in your direction and you roll your eyes at me, which I take to mean you don't want to be filmed. I hope I've got the balance right, Kenzie. That's nice, he's popped in. What lessons have you just done, Kenzie Bear? You see, I couldn't talk to my parents unless I rang them from a payphone back in the day because I'm so old. And now look, my son can chat to me while I'm live streaming. The fridge freezer is talking again. You can see why we have to buy, or have had to buy, a new one. Very vocal. English and maths. English and maths. And what have you got left to do, Kenzie Bear? Your brain hurts. I should think so. English and maths, one after the other, is quite taxing. Have you got land and environment today? Too many numbers. Yeah, spelling, too many numbers. Maths was not my big subject. I wasn't very good at it. Still not great at it. I hate doing my accounts. Speaking of which, I'm pretty certain I haven't actually done my, what is it you do? Yearly tax return. I've done my accounts, I just don't think I've put my tax return in, which I need to do, otherwise I'll get fined. That's a job for this weekend. And it's that time of the month where I do my invoices and I get paid. Those were the days, walk miles to the phone, queue for ages, then find the person you were ringing had gone out. Exactly. And one of my friends never had a house phone, so when he was in his teens, he bought a pager. What genius put letters in maths? Ah, algebra. Nanny's favourite, Kenzie. Yep. Maths and English all in one. I'm sure it'll be very useful for you in life. You've got history and science. Oh, there you go. You enjoy history, don't you? That was one of your picked subjects. And science. Well, you're pretty good at science. You're quite sciencey, aren't you? Where does this yellow fish go? I've got a yellow fish's tail. And oh, down the bottom. Fishy, fishy. Oh, I've got a bit of coral missing. Okay, I seem to have an awful lot of bottom pieces and not a lot of side pieces. There's definitely edge pieces missing. They're in that box somewhere. Do you want to see how far I've come? Let me show you. Let me show you. Oh, okay, love. Thanks for popping in. Goodbye, people. Everyone say goodbye to my Kenzie bear, please. Have a good day. Love you. I'll see you after school. Okay, let's flip this round. There we are. How about that? But you see, I've got a lot of this and not a lot of this. And I suspect some of this will be some of the blue. But this still hasn't joined up yet. There's a bit of that missing. Right, let's turn this back round again. Okie dokie. I'm going to be on for another 10 minutes. And then I'm going to sit and watch YouTube and do this. Actually, I should go back to hoovering because the hoover ran out of battery halfway through my hoovering session. So I need to finish that job, otherwise I'll forget I haven't done it completely. Oh, I thought that was a wave. It's not. It's the wing of a... Way around. It's the wing of a very big bird, which goes in the middle up here. So I'll put that up there. Roughly know where that bit goes. Sky's always the tricky bit, especially when it's regulated pieces. But this isn't regulated pieces. They're all slightly different. So you can't, I don't think, you could easily put the wrong piece in the wrong place. You can see how annoying that gets, can't you? It sounds like something's gnawing to get out. Ah, it's shushed. Must have heard me complain. Oh, I'm glad Kenzie popped in to say hello to us all. It's funny because he's far more connected to me than Brendan was. Like, Brendan only ever messages me if he needs something. He's quite self-sufficient. Whereas Kenzie will always send me a message. I often get messages during the day. It's nice. I'm sure it sounds like my fridge is trying to dial up to some old ancient modem. Back in the day when we had to do dial-up. You could go and make a cup of tea, go to the toilet, put a load of washing on, come back, and it still hadn't connected to the page you were looking for. None of this Wi-Fi malarkey. God, I'm sounding old, aren't I? Where does this go? Let's go there. Oh, it does go there. Where does this go? This must go there. Oh, that goes there. Does that go on top? Yes. Yes, it does. Okay. 11:20 a.m. Yes, it is 11:20 a.m. Has everyone enjoyed their cup of tea or coffee? Did you all make yourselves one before joining me? Get yourself a nice little cup of tea. I'll sit down for an hour and a chit chat before having to get on to more boring daily necessities. I'm going to try and do this more regularly, not this necessarily, but you know, dip in to say hello and do a live stream. Maybe on Mondays and Fridays if I haven't got anything booked in. I'm trying not to book too much in now because I really liked the laid back kind of lockdown time when we didn't have lots of things booked in and we weren't rushing around. And I've spoken to a few friends that said the same thing. In some ways they miss lockdown for that, because they're not, you know, people aren't asking them to come and do things or booking in lots of social engagements, and life is slower. And I think people have started to appreciate a slower pace of life a little bit. I mean, I'm all for getting back to some sort of normality, obviously. And I know I'm a little bit of an antisocial person. I'm not big on people. So that probably does affect my opinion on it. But it is nice to not be so running around and busy all the time. I think it might just be my opinion. Oh, the sky's coming together. Let's see what I've missed. Oh, not a lot. You're just hanging with me. Relaxing in my company. I like that. Where does this bit go? Oh, there we go. That bit goes there. That bit. Does that bit go there? No. That bit doesn't go there. Cool. This one's tricky. It is quite tricky. I thought it would be easy because it's got lots of colour and lots of specific pieces, and maybe it will be when I get inside the inside pieces. But I've usually done the outside bit by now. Trickier than I thought. Oh, that's the tail for the bird. Okay, what have we got? Another 8 minutes and then I shall pootle off. Today's vlog is going to be very much a bit of this and a bit of that because, like I said, I'm just milling around today. I'm doing some things that I need to do and some things I want to do. Trying to get a bit of a balance. There are some things that need to be done. Does that go there? No. Oh no, that goes over there. That's that big bird. Big bird. Yeah, so I'm trying to get a balance today of things that are required and things that I want to do. I've learnt, and maybe this has come from the whole lockdown and all that jazz, I've learnt to be able to sit and do something relaxed and quiet and not feel too guilty about it now, which I could never do before. I always thought I was wasting my time if I just sat and did something for myself. Never really been able to relax. But now, I'm still on the go a lot. I'm still a very busy person. I don't think that'll ever change. But I am better at doing things because I want to do them and not feeling guilty about it, because that's okay. It's okay to do what you want to do occasionally. It's not like the rest of my house and my family are neglected because I decide to do a puzzle. Right. I think I should say goodbye to you lovely lot, shouldn't I? I should say it now, because I've been learning Welsh the last 24 hours, or just over 24 hours now. I should be saying goodbye to you in Welsh, which is howl, I think, something like that. I don't really feel like good night is an appropriate departing words, because it's not night, is it? So Nostar is not appropriate. Good afternoon is nearly appropriate, which is Penhawanda. But that's more of a greeting, is it not? But I'm getting there. I'm feeling quite confident at the moment with my learning of my new language, but it's going to get far more complicated. I'm feeling like I'm currently in a lulled, false sense of confidence, because people tell me it's actually quite a difficult language and I'm picking up really quickly at the moment. It's not going to last, is it? No. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm enjoying it anyway. And again, it's another thing for me. Something to do for myself. Ooh, that's a bit of waves. No, that's sky. That's a bit of waves. That goes that way. Does that join onto there? Woo, woo, I've done another side. Excellent. Right, I should say my goodbyes to you, lovely lot. Yakida, that's all Lee says. Yakida, come by. Seems to be the basic bits of Welsh that people know. And isn't that to do with dog, sheepdogs? I believe. That's what they shout at sheepdogs. But I don't think that's going to be useful in everyday situations when I want to go to Wales and talk to somebody in Welsh, unless I'm at a sheepdog trial or training a sheepdog. Right, okay, you lovely lot. Thank you for keeping me company this morning for an hour. Thank you for joining me, being very polite and not saying how terribly boring it is watching me do a puzzle. But you're not even watching me do the puzzle, are you? Because you're looking at my face or the top of my head when I'm doing the puzzle. Good job I had my roots done, isn't it? But yeah, it was nice hanging out with you. Oh, Yakida means cheers. Oh, probably not for dog then. I always thought it was something to do. Yakida. Yeah, Yakida. No, I'm thinking Kumbai is dog training, isn't it? Dog training. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know it meant cheers. Like the equivalent of a casual thank you, I suppose. That is quite a useful phrase, I suppose. Right. I've said goodbye several times and I haven't gone. Thank you very much for watching, you lovely lot. And I will see you all later on today in the vlog.